Hey, how's it going today? Just wanted to take a few minutes and go over a simple setup that you can use every day to make several $100s, 250, 500 on the daily basis. It's just kind of a beginner setup, and basically, what we would be looking for is for the first 15-minute candle to close. And then once that 15-minute candle closes, we identify the high and the low of that candle. So here we're on the ES. Let's pull up the 15-minute chart. So you can see here, I've got the first 15-minute candle marked out here with the high and the low. I just kind of put these orange lines on there for that. And real simple concept. You're just gonna get down into a lower time frame, and once you get a candle to print above the 15-minute range or below the 15-minute range, you just take a long or a short based on that. Now you can see you had this candle here close above it. The nice thing about this setup is, in this particular instance, it did create a fair value gap on the higher time frame. So if you switch over to the 3-minute time frame, and you don't have to use the fair value gaps for this strategy, but just kind of showing you, it did create a fair value gap here on the 3-minute time frame. And that's just a fair value gap is simply the top of the first candle, a middle candle, and the bottom of the third candle. If there's a gap between the top of the first and the bottom of the third, then that's a fair value gap. What you would be looking for is for price to trade back into the gap and continue higher. But for this simple strategy, you don't even have to have that. But this is just an extra. This is just extra confirmation that this is going to work out in your favor. So as you can see, this candle broke out of the 15-minute gap, and then you would get long at the top of this candle once it closed. So you can get long at 74. 5-handle stop, so stop would be at 69. So your stop would be somewhere down here, the bottom of this candle, right in there. Obviously, that stop was never in danger, and it just continued higher. So if you got long at 74, I mean, you can see this thing traded all the way up to 94. So this morning particularly, you could have got a nice little 20-handle winner. I did enter this trade, but I did not hold it for the entire move up. In fact, I took the trade on the NASDAQ, but yeah, for whatever reason, I have a problem sometimes trusting my setups, but this is just a beginner strategy. It presents itself almost every day. I mean, we could probably even go back. Let's go back on the 15-minute chart from yesterday. And let's just go back. Yesterday. Let's see what happened. 9:30. So again, it's just the first 15-minute candle from 9:30 to 9:45. So let's go ahead and mark that one out from yesterday and just take a look at it. Because again, this happens pretty much every day. This is a strategy that you can use every day. It works best when there's not news, but it can also be used for that as well. So we got our 15-minute marked out. Let's go down into a smaller time frame. 1 minute. Let's see. That's the only problem. Am I on the right date? Yeah. I don't know why it took me out of where I was. Okay. Shrink this down. There we go. We finally got back there. So anyways, as you can see, so this candle closes above it. Gotta make this a little larger. This candle closes above our orange line, so we get long here at 34. Stop down here at 30. So stop down in this area. I'm just going to leave that on the chart just so you can see it. And as you can see, we move up. We never even come back below the entry here. So 34 to 42.75 there. You could have held it longer, all the way up to 43. So on this particular date, you would have had to hold it a little longer, but so from the 34 to the 43, 9 handles. You know, and you can just back test this and go back and look how many ever days you want to. Most days, this setup presents itself and it works out in a favorable fashion. So just wanted to make a quick little video, just kind of showing that day trading doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes the most simple strategies work. It's just a matter of implementing the strategy and then trusting it, putting your stop where it needs to be, not moving the stop, setting your target, not taking profit until you hit your target. Those are things that I kind of struggle with. But the reason for me, you know, creating these YouTube channels to just document my journey and hold myself accountable for when I do things that are against my rules. So again, this morning I took that same setup and I broke my rule. I didn't put my stop where it needed to be. I moved it up too soon. Got stopped out for profit, but small profit when it could have been much, much more. So that's going to be it. I am live. I do trade live every day from 9:15 to 11 a.m. and from the afternoons, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. most days. So if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and like the video, and we will see you next time.